Joe Burns. When I was a kid, we lived in a small town in Virginia, and my mom was working for a job that didn't really cover the bills. We hit a little bit of a hard patch, and she went to the local food bank. What we got was what looked like a container of government ration peanut butter that was expired, and rice with Weebles in it. It was kind of demoralizing because when she, a very proud person, reached out for help, what they got wasn't very helpful. And it is such an amazingly meaningful program when people can reach out for help and then actually getting good food, getting products that they need, whether it be deodorants, diapers. These things are incredibly needed.
If someone is experiencing food insecurity, then it's probably pretty likely that there's another aspect of their life that they're struggling with, whether it's a really tight budget to they're living in their car. If that's a touch point, how do we use that to give them an affirming and safe space to talk about what else they may need?
When people are struggling, the first place they come is for food distribution. And then from there, they can do other things, but it's a very common place to start.
We have people in uniform at big businesses coming here. We have people, a lot of single moms, a lot of children, a lot of seniors. Like, the reality of who comes here is very different than some of our big donors think. Most of them don't use food stamps. Most of them, there is no other safety net but not eating.
Most people that are coming to Helping Hands have a job. This is a new thing.
They are not here because they intentionally made bad choices. They are here because something happened in their life that gave us the opportunity to help them. There's so many reasons why someone can end up down on their luck to where they end up at these doors. There are people on Social Security on fixed incomes who have their apartment rent raised to the point where they can't afford to stay in it. There are people with children who lose their spouse and then are trying to make ends meet on one job, which is virtually impossible in this economy. So these aren't people who just gave up or aren't bothering. These are people who want to succeed. They're just like everyone else who is having a hard time, and they just need an extra hand.
It was born out of dedicated community members wanting to help their fellow neighbors.
People have always been willing to help others. I think that says a lot to their character, and their openness to be able to help others without any expectation of thanks or having it returned.
They need help, and I expect nothing about it. Just try to be nice to people.
Originally, the Helping Hands started in our church more than 40 years ago, but it was pretty small at that time. As Becky and the board have tried to meet the need, it's really grown quite a bit.
I think our purpose for the community is that safety net of services that don't exist anywhere else. I always tell the staff we're the calm in the storm. So we don't have a lot of control over housing or other things, medication, mental health, addiction, but what we can do is be the calm in your storm.
Well, I'm grateful that I'm able to do it, so I've been here so long that I'm just part of it. We're a big family here.
You can get diapers, formula. They have the Chow program, which helps children during the weekends. There is so much more that's offered, helping with electricity, with power bills, with utility bills, rent. So the food bank is so much more than just food.
The concept of the Solution Center was to be more than just a food bank, so more than handing out food. Nobody comes only for food. And so we started asking the questions, what brought you here today? It's always less money in my paycheck, or a tire went out, or my rent's going up. There's always a reason for why they need to come here. And so that's why some of our programs have developed into that solution piece of, if we can help people solve that piece of why they need to come here, then maybe they don't need to come here at all and they're thriving on their own. So that's what this place is to me.
We really just walk them through navigating these complex resources. So for us, it's that upstream approach. It's someone was brave and came and asked for help, which isn't easy. And so it's our responsibility to make sure that we're giving them as much help as we're able to give.
There's no judgment. There is, how can I help you? What can we do for you?
The team always sits down with the people and says, what are your goals? And sometimes it's the first time anybody's ever asked them, what does your next 5 years look like? Well, I don't know what 5 minutes looks like, but let's really dive into what that could look like.
Well, there's always someone to help. My faith is such that it is service and love. That's why we do it. I see all people as a brother or sister. Why wouldn't I want to love them and help them?
I think it's that follow-up conversation of when a participant walks in and they are at their lowest point, and you flash forward not years, but weeks, days, months, and they're like, let me show you how I'm thriving. And they always turn around and say, how can I help?
We haven't scratched the surface of what Helping Hands can do within Skagit. There's nothing but possibility. We lean into hope. We lean into what's next. We lean into joy.
Helping Hands is light in the darkness. They are a beacon of hope for people that is changing our community for the better.
We pass it on, don't we? Anything else you'd like to add about serving here?
No, I think we about covered it.